System of Absolute Community. Section 3 talks about the charges and obligation of the absolute community. Under Article 94, the absolute community of property shall be liable for, first, the support of the spouses, their common children, and legitimate children of either spouse. However, the support of illegitimate children shall be governed by the provisions of this code and support, meaning absolute community property will provide for the support of first, the spouses, second, their common children, and third, their legitimate children. Take note that the children here must be legitimate for the support to be charged against the absolute community property. But this doesn't mean that the illegitimate children cannot be supported. Support of illegitimate children of either spouse is chargeable to the exclusive property of the illegitimate parent. So, there is also an exception to this. So, support of illegitimate children of either spouse is chargeable to the community property in case of absence or insufficiency of the exclusive property of the debtor's spouse, which shall be considered advances to be deducted from the share of the debtor's spouse upon liquidation of the community property. Next, all debts and obligations contracted during the marriage by the designated administrator spouse for the benefit of the community or by both spouses or by one spouse with the consent of the other. Meaning, tanang utang na ma-acquire during the marriage should be paid for by the absolute community property. Take note that in this paragraph, the debts where the other spouse gave his or her consent. So take note na in paragraph 2 na ani consent. Next, 3. Debts and obligation contracted by either spouse without the consent of the other to the extent that the family may have been benefited. So here, in this paragraph, this refers to the debts where the other spouse did not give or his or her consent, but such debt benefited the family. Example, si husband nangutang og kwarta para ipalit og bugas para sa iyang family. So that's one example. Fourth, all taxes, liens, charges, and expenses, including major or minor repairs upon the community property. Meaning, all taxes incurred by your properties, example, real property tax of your family home, and repairs of your house should be paid for by the absolute community property fund. Next, all taxes and expenses for mere preservation made during marriage upon the separate property of either spouse used by the family. So, example ani is if si wife na siya separate property like a house donated by his or her mother, and then such house was used by them for the family. Any taxes and expenses made to preserve such house will be charged under the absolute community funds. 6. Expenses to enable either spouse to commence or complete a professional or vocational course or other activity for self-improvement. Example, if the wife is studying law, the expenses in relation thereto will be chargeable to the absolute community funds. 7. Antenuptial debts of either spouse insofar as they have redounded to the benefit of the family. So, antenuptial debts refers to debts that one or both spouses had before getting married. In other words, if a spouse incurred a debt before the marriage that has somehow benefited the family, that debt will be paid by the absolute community property. However, the burden of proof that such debt redounded to the benefit of the family lies with the creditor party. 8. The value of what is donated or promised by both spouses in favor of their common legitimate children for the exclusive purpose of commencing or completing a professional or vocational course or other activity for self-improvement. So in other words, if both spouses donated or promised to pay for their children's education or other self-improvement activities, the value of those donations or promises will be chargeable under the absolute community property funds. Ninth, antenuptial debts of either spouse other than those falling under paragraph 7 of this article, the support of illegitimate children of either spouse and liabilities incurred by either spouse by reason of a crime or a quasi-delict in case of absence or insufficiency of the exclusive property of the debtor's spouse, the payment of which shall be considered as advances would be deducted from the share of the debtor's spouse upon liquidation of the community. So this paragraph tells us that the antenuptial debts, support of illegitimate children, liabilities incurred by spouse by reason of a crime or quasi-delict shall be chargeable from the separate or exclusive property of the person obliged therein, either si husband or si wife. So in the event kuno of insufficiency or absence of the exclusive property of the debtor's spouse, the absolute community property funds will be used to pay these debts, which will be considered as advances. These advances will be deducted from the share of the debtor's spouse upon the liquidation of the community property. So 10th paragraph. Expenses of litigation between the spouses unless the suit is found to be groundless. Meaning if, example, si husband sue her wife, the expenses thereto will be charged in the absolute community funds, except if it is found by the court that the suit is groundless, meaning that the ground on which the husband sues his wife does not exist, then the husband will bear all the expenses of litigation alone. If the community property is insufficient to cover the foregoing liabilities except those falling under paragraph 9, the spouses shall be solidarily liable for the unpaid balance with their separate property. So this paragraph tells us that in cases 1 to 8, the spouses shall be solidarily liable, meaning any one of them may pay for the unpaid balances with their separate properties. So, exception to this, those that falls under the Article 9 of the Family Code, katong mga antenuptial debts, support of illegitimate children, liabilities incurred by the spouse by reason of a crime or quasi-delict, in which the exclusive property of the spouse who incurred such debts will be liable. However, if the exclusive property is insufficient, payment will be considered as advances to be deducted from the share of the debtor's spouse. That would be all. Thank you.